Hello, I'm AJ Young from the St. Lucie County Fire District Training Division. We're here today to talk about the Dewalt 9-inch cutoff saw, otherwise referred to as the K-9 saw. The K-9 saw is going to be a new addition to all St. Lucie County Fire District suppression apparatus. It has a couple different features that we're going to talk about today. The saw is battery powered. The saw itself will come with two 60-volt flex volt batteries, as well as the charger and a blade. The flex volt batteries will come with a protector. In order to take that off, you just depress that switch, pull it off. We are recommending that during storage, you keep that on there to protect the terminals on the battery. A couple features of the saw itself. It does have a protective casing over the battery. When you open that casing, the battery goes into that compartment. Inside that compartment, you will also find that 1/2-inch wrench that you can use to change blades. The saw also has a water connection for concrete cutting. If you push this in, it will come off. Push it on to connect it. This knob is for turning on and turning off the water. It does have a lock on the guard here. If you lock this, you cannot depress the trigger. Unlock to press the trigger button. The guard rotation handle is here on the top. If you want to rotate this guard, you have to hit the guard rotation release lever, then grab that handle to move the guard. There's also a heavy load indicator LED right here on the top. If the saw is ever in overheated mode due to a high load or a use for longer than the batteries can handle, that light will start to flash, indicating that the saw needs a break, needs to be set off to the side. To put the batteries in place, open the casing, take your flex volt battery, cover off, slide it into the compartment till it clicks. Close and lock the case, and then you can depress the trigger on the saw for the saw movement. The saw does have a built-in blade brake, but don't take that for granted. You still want to control the saw at all times. Whenever you're using it, you still want to make sure that you're practicing safe saw techniques. Each battery does have an indicator. 3 greens means it's fully charged. If the battery needs to be charged, it'll be down to green and then eventually down to flashing. To quickly talk about how to change blades. Take the wrench. Make sure that you do not have a battery inside the saw. There is a spindle lock button. If you depress that spindle lock button, then use the wrench to unlock the arbor screw. You can change the blade out easily. Remember, hold that rotation lock to lock the arbor back in place, and then replace the wrench in the battery housing so that you don't lose it. The saw is going to be good for cutting all sorts of materials, in particular rebar, hurricane glass, due to the limited cut depth of only 3¼ inches, the saw is not good for cutting car hoods, hurricane shutters, or heavy gauge and thick metals. As always, if you have any questions, you can always contact the St. Lucie County Fire District Training Division. Good luck out there, be safe.